Hey, hello. Sorry for the delay of streaming. So basically, I still had like the old how to say snapshot from the previous stream, so I've decided to actually maybe continue with that if possible. Even though I can't even remember what I had installed completely. So I'll try to continue with that, and that might be even the reason why I didn't actually pick up any screensaver at this point. So you will see this how to say save modes. No, just the startup menu. Yeah. So let me just proceed with this as usual and see how it will go. And yeah, we had Letter Designer installed back then, so that's like from the old previous magazine CD that I've tried out. And then there's the antivirus that will now try to also scan stuff. So let's keep that maybe open for a moment. That might be even delaying for a while, and I cannot actually even close it. I can minimize, but it's still on the login screen. So it's been a while since I even checked out the virtual machine. I did like run it before, and I kind of know that this will actually pop up. But the thing is, still, I didn't actually manage to find anything like specific. So I'll try to find maybe some, I would say, there's another way to find what kind of malware it might run. It's going to be still like one of those macro or Visual Basic scripts, because that's still the only thing that I can kind of consider like being more or less safe. And yeah, that's the only thing. There's still like some kind of a risk of actually getting something not safe will work. I just have no idea when it's actually going to be the moment for that. Okay, should we go in? Oh, I actually forgot to change a few things. So I don't know if you're actually hearing the output, but I've had the speakers on, so I've switched to headphones, so it should be fine. So this is all from the previous live stream that had everything installed. So the mem turbo expired, core mode expired, which you cannot even activate because it requires activation again. But yeah, we didn't actually bother with this. We have to actually bother with the malware in this case. The only thing that's left is this intercheck monitor. So I'm not sure how that will work. But yeah, okay, no, not shutdown. But for that antivirus, there's one thing that usually has something useful in there. Okay, it's not been like 4 months, but I think it's just like time change. So for virus, so this is the virus library, which usually has like most of details about every possible virus. Actually, not every possible virus, the ones that they actually managed to get some information on. In this case, I'll check some macro viruses. In this case, it's Word. So I think I was checking like at least one somewhere over this section, I think. Okay, there's still many of them. Did I just skip that, or... Oh wait, no, not that. I mean, there might be some still that I could even check out, but let's consider something from here. Okay, this is soccer really. Oh, okay, now I got it. So I was trying to check out maybe the Bablas, how to say, Bablas Word macro virus, I think. God damn it. Okay, so this is the variant AB. So if it's Friday or Sunday before 9 PM, the virus displays the message box. If you delete this, you have no heart when the user exits Word. The virus disables access to the Visual Basic editor and also prevents the user closing files without exiting Word. This reported in July 2000. And it seems that it should be possible to clean it. So let's see if I can actually drop that, if I even have a copy of it. should be AB. So let me just try to drop that. Okay, I cannot drop it because it seems that the intercheck is going to actually detect it. So now I actually have to find a way to actually get rid of that. And I did try like actually checking out the options here, and there are none for this thing. Like this is all for immediate mode, which is basically just for the scanning or scheduled, but nothing specific like for the intercheck at all. So at that point you actually have to like terminate it completely. So let me just do that and hope if that's even going to work. So there are many things around in here, and this is most likely the thing that we need to terminate, and that's probably not going to be even possible. So try to kill everything else that's not needed, at least at this point. Even this, I think it's not needed. And now I have to figure out how I can terminate this. I think I was able to kill it at one point. I just have no idea how. Like I keep like clicking kill and looks like did anything happen now? Or did I just like kill the sound in this case? Hold on a sec. Let me check if... No, that's not it. I'm just trying to check if... Okay, there's still sound. But this damn thing is still active in here. Oh, I think I screwed up something now. Oh, whoops. I killed the language thingy. But yeah, as you can see, it's literally not possible to kill it properly. Oh. Wait, is there still sound going on then, or... Yeah, there's still sound. So yeah, I have no idea how I actually managed to kill this thing. There should be like so many ways, but... It stays in here. Not sure how. Maybe I should just like go back to the like previous state maybe. Hoping that I would actually be able to get rid of this thing. I did manage to like kill it before in here, but I just don't have any luck. Hey Quert. So yeah, I'm already stuck with this. So what's the actual problem in here? And for some reason the drive is E because we changed that with the letter signer program. So many things changed in here just with the previous setup. But how the hell is this thing not able to kill? Let me check it just... I just want to check the sound from here if it's going to run. Wait, which one is the... It should be the chart. Wait, who the hell is this? I don't remember that one, but... Let me just run the media player and then run that. So that still plays, even though it doesn't play the sound in here. So it somehow managed to kill the other sounds. Okay, I don't think it's even possible to get rid of it at this point, so I'll try to improvise in some other way. So I'll make a copy of this and try to uninstall it. Because there's no other way to actually get rid of it. Let me check, where the hell is that? Suppose sweep. It should be at least this, so it maybe... I think it's like just these three files. Wait, did I just make a copy? No. That's not it. Let's make a copy of all 3. Just put it in here for now. Let's see, is it? Okay, it should be sufficient. Wait, what now? What now? Oh, the sonic burner. No, nothing. Okay, let me just get rid of this thing now. Should be on the soap hose. And let's restart. Oh no. Don't tell me that you now cannot actually want to kill that thing. Oh, we just quickly restarted. No sound or anything. Oh yeah, because the sound didn't manage to play properly. And let's hope that this did work. Okay, I think that's sufficient. So that's gone. Now let me check the virus thingy. Oh god damn it. One file was missing. What should I do now? I don't have like an installer in here again. I should have just copied all of it. Or maybe I can try to just like restore to the previous state. So let me just do that quickly. So yeah, there's still nothing running of malware for a while until I actually manage to restore this in a proper state. Or at least try to keep it that way. So back again with this thing. And just a bunch of bloat. Close, and I think it's also frozen at this point. So that should now keep going. So what I wanted to check, yeah, the files. Yeah, that's going to take a while, unfortunately. So yeah, still at this point, no malware is still running. Besides from any advertising software that's usually running in background that you cannot actually see. Ah, damn. Yes, so the mouse is quite broken, like frozen, but the keyboard, well, it's not even far from that being frozen. So it should be done at this point. Right back to the semi-normal state. First of all, just make a copy of this in here. And then make a uninstaller. Actually, run the uninstaller. Wait a second. Did this thing now manage to actually just close the... No, it's still here. It's still active. Okay, now restart. And now it should be sufficient enough. I didn't even begin with this thing and everything already fails. Alright, I think we are okay now. We can now check this, and so we were checking Bablas. So that should be it. The AB variant at least. So let me just drop a copy of it. So now it's dropped properly. And let me just put it here. I should also like make a snapshot, so just a moment. So in case if we actually get like some kind of issue, so we can go back to this state where the antivirus won't kill me. It should be the doc file, and let's check it out. First with Microsoft, check the Visual Basic Editor, and that's where the virus is. So let me check the description again. If it is Friday or Sunday before 9 p.m. Hold on a sec, let me just keep it maybe on the side so that we can keep it all in sync. Okay, that should be enough. Okay, so if it's either Friday or Sunday before 9 p.m., then the virus is placed. If you delete this, you have no heart to man when the user exits word. So the show message in this case should be... I actually forgot this. Actually forgot how to even use this thing. I've been using like IntelliJ IDEA for a while, and I cannot remember like how they check the references from here. So the most basic way is like this. So yeah, on auto exit, show the message and then quit the app. So that's correct. And the virus disables access to the Visual Basic Editor and also prevents user closing files without exiting Word. So let me check. So when you try to open the file, it will try to disable auto macros. And then what's this second document? I think that's the infection process, or yeah, that's the infection process. It will check for the module. If it's not there, it's going to, if it's not there, hold on a sec. If the name is, it's okay, it's infected. If it's not infected, then this thing is, hold on a sec, what the hell is this? Oh, damn it. So organize delete will delete specified style, auto text entry toolbar or macro project from a document or template. I assume that this will actually just get rid of all of it, like all of the modules. And if it's not okay, then copy the what exactly? So copy the macro to the current document. So from the normal template to the active document. And for template, so basically it should all first try to maybe to run the template. Yeah, something like that. So it's going to infect the normal template, and then wait, this is actually the normal template after all, because it's in normal. Display recent files, true, false. What's this? True if names of recently used files are displayed on the file menu. Read write boolean. So I'm not sure if this is like trying to clean it up, or but we'll check. Okay, so open, auto open. So there's also Bablas. So is that, so that's in here. On auto exec. Wait, hold on a second, that's another command in here. Save normal prompt. So that's keeping the normal prompt part, like to check if they want to save it or not. Disable virus protection, macro protection that is, and then updating document property information. I think that's like the properties from the document. Tools macro is basically a command that will try to just like ignore anything that's been, I think it's basically just like a dummy method. So when you try to open like Visual Basic code that we try to open it, then it will just go to this. Same for file templates. So basically that might be more or less of a lockdown of accessing this part. Dental options. So this is so for the options. Hold on a sec. So this is very awkward. So if you try to actually set this, try to open tools options, it's actually going to enable the protection. But when you close it, it's probably going to be active still. But does it actually disable it? I know it does disable it maybe on opening, but let's see. So bevel's in here. So if you try to like run the bevel's function, it's running on auto open, auto exec. It's only on those two methods, but it's not doing it on close. So that means that it's going to be active as long as auto exec or auto open is running. I don't think there's anything for auto exec in here. Yeah. Wait, or oh dear god, this is still quite confusing for me to navigate. Okay, so auto exec. Not that. Okay, auto macros. So when you start Word or load a global template. So as long as that applies, that this is going to actually disable the macros immediately, it should be fine, I think. But let's see, on time now. So what's this part? So this is start a background timer that runs a macro on specified date and at the end of macro on specified date and at the specified time. So that means from 7 seconds from now it will actually run and curing, which should be what exactly? Also this. So check the amount of, I think, open documents. Yeah, open documents. If there are none, then try to, let's see. So then try to, so if there are any open, try to infect the documents. Disable the auto macros. I'm not sure if this is even a possibility or not. Maybe it might be broken. Actually, I cannot remember now. This might be still an option on later versions, or it's not supported in this case. Even though it's actually Word for Word 97, so it should still work. If the document name is document 1, which is like the new document, then save the document. Otherwise, after 7 seconds, run this again. So this will keep trying to infect the documents every 7 seconds, as far as I'm aware. And that's more or less it. So let me try to run it now. So as we did check, this is the actual template. I'll have at least one document in here. So this should be still clean. And one more, also clean. So now enable it. And now I should not be able to access the Visual Basic editor. Macros is also the same. Now for the options. So in this section, let me check. So you can see that microvirus protection is enabled, even though we actually not sure if that's going to be persistent or not. So try to open it again. So now we didn't get the warning, But if we check in here, we can still see that that is still enabled. So if I try like opening another document, actually, yeah, it's still opening like fine. And now we have like some error that I actually couldn't figure out what's the problem here. So now we can debug and actually access this again. So what's the actual problem here? So we are trying to copy the macro, I think. So from the normal template, the name of the specified document, to the active document, copy the normal template. Okay, so the other documents are still okay. Active document. So what's this part? Oh, nothing available. So wait, let me check how does this thing even work. So there should be an example. So let me check. So let's compare this. So the example copies all the auto text entries in template attached to the active document to the normal template. So in this case, copy the active document, okay, from this source to the destination, name, and object. Okay, this is even still kind of a bit confusing for me. So this is assumed like what you're trying to copy and what like where you actually want to copy it and under what. So is it even possible that this might require setting it as let's see. So in here it's mentioning full name. So if I try to like set a full name in here, is that going to actually fix the issue or? Oh, it cannot be copied. Okay, stop it. No, don't save anything. So this is still, I think this one is still safe. Okay, so this is not infected. The normal document is also still clean. So let's try reopening this thing again. What? Hold on a sec. Let me just reopen this again. So we are able to actually open Visual Basic Editor in here. So that means that the virus didn't do anything yet. So if we try to check options, we should be able to see that microvirus protection is now disabled. So that means that, so that basically means as long as you don't actually open the affected document, you shall be able to actually still kind of enable the protection and maybe reverse all of this if possible. But yeah, let me just try now to save this as other document. So this one should be infected. So this fails. So where's the document? Oh, in here. And we're again stuck with this. So now I have to actually figure out what's actually the problem in here. So the full name is here, destination here, the name, maybe it's, hold on a sec, from the active document that has this module, and then the destination is the normal template in here with this name, with the name of the module. It should copy the project titles, but we don't have any details about that. So let's see, what are the objects in here? So the expression requires the source, the file name, I guess. So the source, destination, the name. So that's the name of the entry or the macro. So the macro is MAMM. Now the object. So it should be one of the WD organizer objects constants. either auto text, command bars, project items, or object styles. But in this case, this is the project items. And for whichever reason, it doesn't seem to work. Because the project item cannot be copied. So let me check if I can actually find something about this online. So how should I even look up for this? Visual Basic project item cannot be copied. Okay, there seems to be something in the archive, which is like the newsgroup archive. No. Macros in templates are not transferred or copied to the doc created from the template. If you want to have all the macros from a project of template in the doc, you'll just say something like, yeah, that's okay, still correct. If it is only about one single macro, things get complicated. So I'm still checking out like some help page, or not the help page, what I'm saying. The discussion in here. Yeah, guys. And I'm in the whole sec. You can copy from a document or template to a global template if the global template is open in Word for editing. Okay, so let's see if this is actually. I think they didn't make any solid changes. Still, let me see if I try to open the normal template then. If that's going to actually have any difference at all. Even though it's kind of dubbed. It should be in here. Wait, no. Wait, where the hell is the normal template? Let me check in here. Microsoft templates. Oh, wrong place. Okay, so this is the normal doc. So let me sum this again and. Okay, so this is now open, more or less. Now if I try to run this. Let me check if the virus is running. Okay, it's running. So if I try to just close, then open this template. Nope, still nothing in here. Okay, this is still not infected. So let me reopen this. Reopen this. Try to save the file again. Close. And still nothing. Alright, so I have no idea what might be broken in this case. But for the sake of it, let me just disable the protection again. Actually, enable the protection. So I can actually tweak this in a way. Okay, let me check. So we need to at least set up the payload in this case. So let me check when it's actually running the show message again. So on exit. So at this point we'll just simply disable the how to say copying of these parts. So we'll just disable the infection. I think that should be sufficient. It's read only. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Is normal also read-only? No, that's not read-only. Okay, so let's. 1 second. Is this really read-only or not? It's not. Okay, let me just put it as another kind of file. Yeah, I don't want to have it open for now, and now enable. Yeah, I think that, so yeah, I think that the point of the macro in here for showing or hiding the recent list is basically that you cannot actually find the history in here anymore. So that might be the other thing in here. So when I try to close it, we should get the message now. Oh wait, I forgot the another condition, which is setting the date. So from Friday to Sunday, no, it's either Friday or Sunday before 9 p.m. So it should be 21. Oh wait, not 20. Now it should be able to actually get the payload enabled. So say, oh ma'am, if you delete this, you have no heart. And that's done. So lots of trouble just to actually get this payload working. So now the thing is, can we actually now sweep this away? So let me just see if you can still run the antivirus in here. So that should be sweep 95. Probably not broken or something. Wait, don't go completely like that. I can just want to like check some parts. So basically just the documents. Wait, does this include everything or? Okay, let's scan the documents in here. Okay, that's clean. Let's check the desktop. Okay, that should be in here then. Now scan that. Oh. So we actually got the virus, but let me check again. So what's the state with this? So it managed to find the virus in one of the templates. So basically I think this is the one, but the second one that I've made was not detected. And I'm not sure about this. So this one, so this is also supposed to be like infected. Oh, it still kind of works. But the thing is, in this case, so one virus detected in here, and in my documents, where I have 2 of those, nothing was found. So basically, this antivirus program managed to just detect this thing and nothing else. So this one not found, and these 2 were not found. So this is more or less to say that this is like maybe some very simple way to explain that how can viruses be more stealthy. Oh dear god, my vocabulary went wrong. So stealthy in a way that you just have to modify a few parts of the code to make it like less obvious to the antivirus program that it's actually infecting something. So yeah, just a note. Wait, I can actually still, yeah, I cannot do it from here. I need to actually go to the clean document. Enable the virus protection again. Now open this. And hold on a sec. Okay, now I'm completely confused. I did enable the protection, right? Let's try again. Okay, I'm now completely lost. So basically at this point, this is not supposed to actually run at all. But it's still running. So this document is only opened. When you check in here, so there's no macro in here running. I've even set it up so that can enable the virus protection. So let me check again. It's still enabled. If I try to open the template file, So in here it's disabled, so it won't run. But if I try to run it from here, it's immediately enabled. It's immediately disabled. It didn't ask me for anything. So this is something very strange in here. So let me check one more thing. So I'll enable the virus again, virus protection again. Move the files in here. No. Yeah. I cannot understand this part at all. So basically, for whatever reason, even if you have microvirus protection enabled, you're still able to somehow run macros. For whichever reason. So, I have no idea how and why. Is it possible that it might indicate that because of the outro, maybe? It's only this. I can only check this if I try to disable the oh god, enable virus protection again. So I'll try to set it up in a way that at least I'm not like the author in this case. Yeah, nothing. So as long as the user has actually made a document with a virus, I think it's going to be opened regardless of this being enabled or not, as far as I figure out. Also, apologies for not checking the comments. So hello, Lafori and Dioli Screws. So for the bit of context, I was checking out this virus. So Microsoft Word macrovirus Babel's AB. So on Friday and Saturday before 9 p.m. it will display a message: if you delete this, you have no heart. So that's what I was doing in here. And somehow, whenever you try to open your own copy of the document, it's going to keep it infected. So let me just see about this. So this one is still clean. So if I disable the protection in here and open another document, and I think that still makes no difference. And now I cannot actually even do anything in here. So is this even now still disabled, or this is still clean? Normal document and the document itself is still clean, but I don't know. So this might be some kind of a flaw with the Office itself. I'm not sure if there's anything else that can be done here. But let me see if I can actually even do some action in here. So I can disinfect boot sectors, disinfect documents, for infected files, shred, remove, copy. Okay, let's see if we can try to just scan this. I mean, this is the clean state. So that's the documents. We need to send up to the desktop. And now run again. Okay, so the bubbles was detected in the template file. Do you want to disinfect? Yeah. One detected, and let's see. So it's disinfected, and that's this one. So we open it, check it. The document is clean, but this is So this is also technically clean, but they just got rid of the code in this case. So if I try to open the document from here, oh, so that, okay, so I kind of get it at this point. So basically, the document itself never actually gets infected by the and doesn't actually get infected. The only thing that managed to get infected is the normal template at this point. And therefore, consider that the project, the new document itself, is the reference, has a reference to the normal template, which is supposed to be the infected one, and that one is broken. I think that's the reason why why everything like this even happened in first place. I'll admit I'm still even lost at this, but it's very awkward overall. Okay, let's close this and go back to the virus library. There might be other variants in here. I'm not sure if there are anything more special. Dial for the password. So on Friday or Sunday before 21, the virus will beep 100 times. Let's see just what's the beep about. Okay, that's the N variant. I actually have the protection off or on. Okay, it's off. Let's put it on. Now check the file. Disable. So that's just a plain template. So the module is AKA. Okay, let me check the description here again. So the show message part, Bablas. So this is almost like a template part. So basically, you just only need to like have different kind of different functions that will have a different payload at this point. But the infection logic might be the similar, or basically identical, as far as it looks. There might be some difference in here, so let me check one by one. So for the message. So if it's Friday or Sunday and it's before 21, then beep. And that's basically just beep from the computer speaker, nothing else. Then the message, Makasih banget what temen di Sitirava. Let me see if I can translate this. Okay, so this seems to be Indonesian. So basically what this means is thank you very much to friends at Sivir Trava. So now I need to check what's Sivir Trava in this case. So that... Okay, I'm not exactly sure. It looks either like a place or... Okay, I'm not still sure. Let me check. It kind of leads to some... There's like one reference from to the Facebook's page. Oh. Okay, so this... So I assume that this is just... No, Civitrava. So that's not supposed to be like some kind of place maybe, but only I want to manage to find like some person how to say, some people profiles on Facebook, but nothing else. So yeah, very awkward. I assume that it's most likely just like a name of school or some sort of like building. I'm not sure, or street or neighborhood. Not sure exactly. So yeah, that's about the message. Oh, and I forgot this. And yeah, young Goda ikutan nyebarin ini aka. Let me check this part. So yeah, so the whole wait, there's more. Teturama bagi mereka yang punya computer. And what mal Manis and Canal. Okay, so thank you very much to my friends at Civitrava and those who have participated in spreading this, aka especially for those who have computers. Make Mala sweet greetings and meet. Dari, aka. Okay, I might. Yeah, from aka. Even though I'm not sure if there are like there might be some names in here that were just like literally translated. It kind of still feels like it. So I don't think if I'm kind of wrong with this. And there's this one. So this one should be, how to say, so sorry Banget, kamo kagak bisa in gruba in macro, yeah, or actually sorry you can't change this macro. So this is basically Indonesian macro virus for Word overall. And also sorry for delay again, hey glitch Zora. Sorry for not responding at all. So this is going like at least for me, it's feeling that everything is rushed in here, which is kind of most likely it even is. You know, I should find some better ways to do it. So we have this done. We have the beeps in here, the message, the usual protection disabled. Tools macro part, help about. Oh. So there's this part again. So let me translate also that. So Salam Manis and Canal Buat Mala and Dina, do you feel the same? Sweet regards and meet Mala and Dina, do you feel the same? So that's basically the translation of that from AKA. Tools options again in here that will actually try to hide the malicious behavior. Then what's next in here? Change cap. What's change cap? Hold a sec. Well, let's try to look it up. Change cap. It might be a method or nope. So that might be something else. File open. So let's check. AK lagi active nicht. Malakun pinging canal. So let me check what those mean. So basically in here, this means AKA it's active now, and in here is I want to know. That's still all Indonesian. Then restore cap, restore the caption, Microsoft Word. So the caption should be the label that identifies the items to be included in a table of figures corresponds to the C switch in a table of contents field. Read write string. To change the caption of the application window to the default text, set this property to an empty string. So that's basically, I think that's this part at least. That's the caption part that's mentioning. Unless I'm wrong again. But I think that should be it. Open my macro again. Now this times it mentions like to enter the password. Nothing mentioned here about the password. But if the password is Rismach, then it will actually show the Visual Basic Editor. Well, or at least it will try. So that means that this should, yeah, show the window. And the infection process in here is pretty much the same. Even though it's actually mentioning the status bar in here. In the status bar. So wait, so the status bar and the caption. So this might be the status bar and this might be the caption, or we'll have to see. So deleting the macro in that and then copying aka diary normal template to whichever. Same thing in here, just the template. Then when it opens the file, hold on a sec, change cap, so that's the first thing. So hold on a sec, what? So yeah, that's just showing if it's active or not, like for the message mentioned before. Disable the macros. Infect the documents, save the documents, restore cap was what exactly? Oh yeah, restore the caption. Oh yeah, so that's basically this. This should be the caption, I think, if it's actually putting it back as Microsoft Word. Okay, so, I was just checking if my microphone was maybe off by any chance, but it seems that's all okay. So that's good. Too much of paranoia these days, even though everything is still kind of going quite well these days. Besides of the storm that we had recently, that was quite creepy. What is the most lockdown virus ever? I'm not even sure at this point. The glitches aura, which disables everything. I think most of how to say. I wouldn't say that most of viruses, or even I actually even don't know which viruses are in this case that will actually lock down literally everything. But I think that during the Windows XP time, there was some there was some malware that will actually lock up most of the things, like just like by putting the most of registry entries for group policy, where you could actually disable literally everything. I think such malware might be the most lockdown variant in that case. I'm not sure if there were any viruses that caused the the lockdowns like that. There might be some, but at this point I cannot remember any of those if I ever tried to run them. But in general, I don't think I know any specifically. The only malware that I've actually experienced in real life that actually kinda managed to lock most of the things was the Browntalk worm, I think. So basically, the Browntalk worm tried to run itself in the background in somewhere, and then when it tried to run any security software at all, it would actually just immediately shut down the computer or restart it, I think. So that might be maybe one of the things that I've maybe experienced, but that it's probably not the one that's the most locked down ever. So yeah, in a nutshell, any malware that's the most lockdown will be the one that will try to disable literally the access to everything, like with the registry, with the group policy changes that either Windows XP has, but even Windows 98 has some of those, but they're kind of reserved, like they're usually the result for domain logins. So you can usually also log in with the domain over the network, but it's not that practical. It's insecure overall. So we might be able to find some of those maybe in the future, or we can also lock down with the legitimate software, which I think was this thing. I mean, yeah, they can disable the test manager. That's basically the kind of point. Well, the easiest way, even though you could still also run some other security software that they might not be aware of. So and for the security, basically it's basically this: just disable everything in here, and you're kind of technically locked out. And this is actually a legitimate program overall. So just as a play example, I'll enable all of this at the end of the stream. Or at least if you try to remind me of it. Or if I even remember. Right, let me go back to this and try to enable the virus protection. Disable the virus protection. I always keep messing that up. So make no changes. Enable this. Okay, we'll keep it as the document instead of template to see if there are any difference. Okay. Darby, aka Salamanis and Kenal, Boat, Mala, and Dina, do you feel the same? Then macro in here. Sorry, magnet, kamo kaga bisa gruba ni macro. You cannot run the macro. Then about. the same thing. Then for Visual Basic Editor, sorry, cannot run it again. Then wait a second, how did I actually try to open that thing then? Oh wait, closing, that's that greeting message. So once again, thank you very much to my friends at Civitra and those who have participated in spreading this, aka especially for those who have computers. And what's more, make Mala sweet greetings and meet. Feels kind of close to make America great again and all that political junk. Better not even to mention it. Okay, let's go back to this and see. Oh, so that's actually managed to infect everything now. But it's this is disabled in here. But the thing is, we didn't actually hear anything, like, we didn't hear the beep in here. Even though that's supposed to occur. So it's either on Friday or Sunday. Or it's maybe like maybe it was played, but it was way too fast for this thing. Okay, let me see if I can now disinfect this. It should be with this. Okay, run again. Level send, yeah. That's Beblas and this thing. And I'm stuck now. So basically this didn't manage to detect anything else. So yeah. So now, oh wait. I think I know where the problem is. So this means that the normal template should be now infected, right? So if I try to go to Microsoft Office and templates, we should have an indication that it's infected. Yeah, it is. Disinfect. Now go back to the desktop. Scan again. Okay, we are clean. Supposed to be clean. Yep, we are clean now. So we got rid of the virus in here. And that basically means that this virus actually managed to infect the normal template. And basically reference from the template is going to run the virus. So what did I actually want to check in here? Yeah, for the beep part. So let me just drop the copy again and see if I can run the beep. Actually, yeah, let me just see if that's going to work or not. Doc. Oh. Oh, god damn it. Here I go again with the cleaning. Yeah, just clean up. Okay, let me just put it up maybe on the complete scan. This should be actually, maybe it might be faster, but in the meantime we can check out something else. So we did this, so we'll check maybe one more macro. Oh. Okay, maybe actually let's go with some Excel macro. Even though this is very, very unpractical. X787, right? So wait, what's XF? I never seen like XF variant in here, but so I have no idea what's that. It does mention that it's like a macro virus. Yeah, not sure. Okay, let's see, Enigma. On random day, it does a delete tree of program files. Bit heavy. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's see how it will actually write the program files in that case. So that means that the office will actually even break. Just a moment. Okay, I'll just take a minor break and I'll let you run some kind of screensaver in the meantime. Okay, you can enjoy this even though it takes like just a bit of the screen. So yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. So let's see. So we're stuck on XM Enigma. You know, did I actually check for the macros in this case? It should be clean, right? Yeah, that's all clean. Let's enable protection and we should be safe to go. So we were on Enigma. Let me try to find the file, and we can move it in here. You know, I kind of have a feeling that I already ran the Enigma, or it's just me. Yeah, I think there's like one more problem. I'm not able to find the Enigma in here because that's probably having another alias in here. So that's also a possibility that I cannot actually find the actual virus if different actual different antivirus companies have different aliases for them. This mostly can apply for the situation with anything else other than Kaspersky, because I'm using the Kaspersky alias in this case. So once again, that's supposed to be Enigma, but yeah, I do not have any Enigma in here. But I think I did have something different, which was called like Ultra's Enigma. So let me try to draw that and see if that might be the case. So this might not be the same, but I'll assume that that's the thing. Let's see the So this might be the other variant of the macro, if it's like using the... if you actually get this warning. HS marks microvirus replication system, do not redistribute. So let's see what's in here. This is clean. So we have this. Oh, wrong one. Let's see if this matches the situation here. Kill from files. Yep, that's it. That's the Enigma virus in this case. What's it? Clippy. Yeah, just to record a macro, the usual stuff. Alright, so this is actually the Enigma macro virus. So from here, it means they actually checked out in here and said that on a random day it does the del tree of program files, which we can see in here, which is the method used. So on current day, if the current day matches the random day in here, then apply the del tree. So the del tree immediately yes on program files. This is the MS-DOS name for it. So if you try to go to my documents in here, program files in here, that means that this matches the program MS-DOS name in here. This is very impractical to actually switch like this. And finally, say your computer is infected with XM Enigma virus by Ultras. With Ultra as title, I assume. And then loop all the time. So let's see the remaining stuff in here. So screen updating, so it should not update anything yet at that point. Like updating the UI. prevent displaying any messages. Then disable antivirus toolkit pro. I'm not sure which one is that. Let me check. Antivirus toolkit pro. So which one is this? Oh, so that's from Kaspersky. The antivirus toolkit pro. The very old one, apparently. It's still available on Kaspersky's website, if you ever want to check it out. Then the find virus. Let me check. Okay. Apparently this is not easy to even to search, because Google assumes that I meant find virus, like with a space between. But I think there is something else. One sec. I think I might have found something. So new antivirus driver protects all users. From SNS Software International. Yeah, so SNS Software International. We actually have the find virus tool. That's still. Oh, the website is actually in here quite broken, or actually very outdated, or maybe I type a squatter, I assume. But I'm not sure which the company in the question is in here still. So I'm checking just like a few more stuff in here. Okay, it's possible that this belongs to Dr. Solomon's antivirus toolkit. So that might be this find virus part, which is like on demand antivirus software. I might be even wrong at this point, but I'm just trying to look up like on the fly. So I might be still wrong. So next one, let's see. F macro. I'm real not sure which one is that. There is fprot 95 from Command Software, which I think it's today's F-Secure or WithSecure for enterprise, I think. Then McAfee, virus scan, obvious, and Norton antivirus, obvious. Then it calls Enigma. If CHG, then go to EBU, then ING. And if EBU, then activate the dib. Alright, let's see. So in here, delete first antivirus, delete macro option from the worksheet, delete another antivirus folder, delete the macro option from another menu item from the module, then delete f macro, delete it from tools menu items from when there are no documents opened, kill the fprot 95 antivirus, then from Excel info, I'm not sure how are the variables in here being defined, like what's this or this, like there's no variable in here. I think that's defining this. So that I'm not sure how does it even get those. Oh wait, or that might be even the older version at that point, so that might be the case. Okay, tools, menu items, macro delete again. Then for the chart, also delete. Oh, that might be then a nice trick. So in case something like infects the wire, if something does the infection, does that mean that that you can actually have different options in here Yeah, that might be possible. So, but let me check as an option. Let's in here. So if did he just clap or? All right. Let me see if I customize this. Then let me just delete the macros from here. Oh, so it did the finger thing, I think. So yeah, no macros in here. But when I switch to chart, then we have macros option here. So that means that Excel has multiple toolbars in here that have like different menu bars in here. So you have a menu bar for worksheet, for module, for nothing opened, for info which I have no idea which this part is, for chart, and all of them have different kind of like different menu items. So that's kind of useful option here if you actually need to access it, unless the virus or any malware actually disabled that. Oh, or you can actually use Alt F8. It should be this, yeah, that. There's also something mentioning dib. It should be the method in here, but let's see. Let's check all the parts. Okay, call enigma. So if chg change, I assume. So if currently false. For any opened workbook, if the workbook is XLA, which I think it's like the start document or something. The startup, maybe the document. The startup worksheet, I think. Or workbook. If it is, then for every workbook module, if the module has the name sheet 3, then true. So I assume that means that if it's already infected or not. So I assume that this means that if the document is infected or not. So if it is infected, go to EBU, which is, hold on a second, there is no EBU, or, oh wait, EBU is in here. So that will activate the db method. So otherwise call eng, so it should be infection. So save the copy of it save the copy of the workbook as XLA, put it on the startup folder. Make sure that the window for XLA file is this hidden, and then save the document. And after that's done, activate the dib method, which should be this. So get the workbook name. If ADI, by default that should be, it's false. So for every module, if the module has the sheet 3, then that means that it's infected. Go to KI, that basically means to close. Otherwise, we'll try to show the Excel window, activate the window, make the third sheet visible. Yeah, that should be still the sheet. Copy it. Keep it hidden again. So I'm not sure if that might be like just like copying the sheet, like this sheet or this one. That's maybe the confusing part, because it does mention any module part maybe. Then back in here, I think. Wait. In fact, so back in here. In fact, then the dib. Yeah, that's the dib. And yeah, that's basically it. So let's see what might be the, how to say, how lucky we are with this. Make no changes. We'll keep this opened just in case if we get infected or not. This should be sufficient. And run the macro. Ah, damn it, damn it. Alright, so everything seems fine. Okay, so that's infected immediately. So there are 3 sheets in here. There's the module in here. Even though it's kind of named like with underscored two. So I'm not sure if that's like actual the cause or that, or intentional or not. There's also like text for XLS with that sheet. Can actually even open that. So that should be in the start folder for that. XL start, XLA. Yeah, let me reopen it. Let's disable. And I cannot see it. Make nothing opened. Ah, damn it. Okay, that's disabled for now. Let me check. Protection is enabled. So that means that this should be where the hell it is now. Okay, disable, but nothing in here, I think. Yeah, and okay, so that's still in here. Yeah, that's okay. That's like named as saved as add-in, so that usually just runs without even knowing. And then that's the Enigma, and that's basically it in here. Is that even here included? It's not included in here apparently, but let me check again. It's included in the worksheet at this point. Okay, so the only thing that's now remaining is make changes. Just make changes overall. So let's see at which point we'll actually try to get infection. So, oh, ambiguous name when detected, auto open. That's odd. So let me check what's going wrong. Okay, so it's making like duplicates at this point, so that's strange. But that might also imply because of the migration, so it's probably that the behavior is different in this case. So let me just okay, let me try just making another one. Let's see how clean is it. Okay, let me just put this like literally just like run the payload immediately. Okay, so when that's wait, let me just disable this first in here. Put this like on the side. Put this back in here so that we can see the deletion. And now try to open the actual infected file, which should be this. Enable, and we should see the deletion in here. I'm just hoping that I didn't screw up something. Just a second. Just a bit of paranoia. I've disabled the network connection in case I've somehow left it on. Even though it's kinda, it doesn't make sense because there's still no network interaction in here, but still. Okay, so we now get the message. Your computer is infected with the Enigma virus, and we get the solitaire effect. And Clippy with its own advice. Try this. The names of up to 9 of the most recently opened files appear at the bottom of the file menu. Click a name to click a name. You can click a name to reopen that file, and you can also do it with a Clippy at this point. Just Clippy everywhere along with the virus. Maybe even with the messages. You just need to like drag and drop. So here we saw like most of the things being deleted, not everything, because it seems like that there was a sharing violation. So let's retry. Okay, let's fail then. It's done, and we deleted most of the things. So Adobe's stuff remained. I think those were like the stuff that were basically kind of loaded in. So basically anything that's still kind of loaded in memory remained active. And not much else. So for the office, only Excel remained. Along with the Clipit. Nothing much else has remained at this point. Alright then, so we might as well restart. So we'll see how this will work. Oh, cannot fill Microsoft Excel. Okay, now we're actually screwed up. Because there's like one problem with the Excel at this point. If anyone has actually seen like online, you cannot actually quit Excel unless you close all other windows, like this one at this point. So the reason for that is, well, I don't know which, but I cannot quit it like that. So the trick in here would be to try to maybe like run system internals, but I cannot do that because that's been deleted. That's not the program that I was looking for. So yeah, I think I've screwed up at this point. Unless there's like some other utility that might help. Wait. But yeah, I don't think there is any because that's all been removed. So I cannot even log off, I think. So the only thing that remains is killing it off with the test manager. So now if we try to restart, we'll probably have it broken install. Or something broken. Oh. No window. Actually, no background. No sound. Oh. Okay, that's smooth. Yeah, that's not it. Bad features that file. Yeah, we went from very, very basic setup at this point. So can you even open the Excel file? Well, you still can. So that's the thing, that can still apply. Even with the Clippy on. But that's the only thing that we actually have remaining now. Everything else is literally gone. So let me try to close this again. Even the icons are gone because we did change them from the last time. Yeah, nothing in here remains quite well. So the Word is gone, so we cannot open the Word document. But we can still try to go with something else in here. This is still running. So we'll try at least one more macro. Excel macro at this point because nothing else runs. Maybe some... Wait, so let's go with this, XM97. And now let's see. Button. Wait, that's the smile face. I think I've done this before. Bullet A. This will delete all Excel files in current directory. There might be something more destructive, maybe. At least that's at least that we can actually get rid of this. Clonar A, nothing. Cont 2. That will create 50 random directories each time it is activated. Cobra ID. Trojan dropped by the Cobra ID virus. Depends on the batch file. On next reboot, the appended code line intends to delete all drives from the C. Well, that might be applied. Confused. Diablo A. If the date matches the random number chosen by the virus, it will send the command bars to use large icons. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's find Diablo A. Okay, I think I have found it. Now a few moments until I drop it in here. And hopefully it will run without any kind of specific issues. Oh, not .exe, it's XLS. Okay, let's disable the macros first. Oh, no more custom number of formats can be added. Uh-oh. Error in loading DLL. Hey. Oh, dear God. This is even worse. This is way worse. So let's see if we can still open the Visual Basic Editor. Oh, it cannot be loaded out of memory. I think we are done with this. Alright, considering that... Wait. Let me just abort this. I even forgot about that. Okay, so... Considering that this is not working that well, we have like lots of odd contents in here. I think that's just caused by... Well, it's not caused by anything else, so it's just like written like that. So we'll just restore to the previous state, which was like after disabling the antivirus. So just a few moments. And we're back to the normal state. So we were looking for Diablo, which should be 7. It's 7. Diablo A. So that's the thing. Yeah, drop the file. And try it out. Oh. So once again, it says no more custom numbers can be added. So this seems to be very broken. Whoa. So this one is very, very strange document after all. So I have no idea how it actually managed to like to get so many how to say errors to this. I have no idea how it even works like that. This is basically Korean. Well, you can just simply figure out if it's Korean or Japanese or Chinese. So if it's like very like small of lines in the character, it's most likely Japanese. If it's basically like a huge amount of characters, like maybe something like this, so something like this character, then it's most likely Chinese. But if it's actually quite complex and it has lots of circles in characters, then it's most likely Korean. I usually try to compare it like that. It's kind of the easiest way. Let me see if I can actually check it from here, or is there any support for this in here? Nope. So even though there are like characters in here, I'm unable to actually switch to those in here. Or let me check just in case. That should be for the keyboard language and the language, and can actually add any other. If this isn't that slow. So there's nothing like anything like related to Chinese or nothing Chinese like in here. But just note, I know that there are like some places that can run, but you actually need some kind of something Unicode, like some Unicode support, which I think it's in Outlook at least. So in here, I might show it. So we have Japanese, Korean, Chinese, traditional, and simplified. It's just that I cannot figure out what does this mean. So let me see if I can actually copy this to translation at least. Nope, it returns as question marks. So I'm kind of doomed at that point. But I think that I might be able to do this the other way. I'll try to maybe like use try to like copy it as image. Yeah, I was hoping that would work. Okay, let me try as some other way. So I'm trying to just translate one part. Our branches from Songwalk came as sure as the debtor. Show the original. Okay, let's. Can I actually get the text or? Okay, so that's basically it, but it's very kind of stupid that there's no way to actually change the format in here. Hello, hey Vanity. Well, it's actually odd that you cannot actually get the actual language in here. So let me check if. Okay, please don't tell me that you're not actually able to display the actual text. Okay. Okay, so I'll just go into improvised. So just like one minor, how to say, example of Korean, Chinese, and Japanese characters. Let's go with Korean first when I find it. Well, assuming that's like the, I'm just assuming that's it. I'm just using Google Translate. And let's see if I'm able to actually figure it out. So, wait, is that even working now or? Hold on a sec. That doesn't seem right. Oh. I mean, here it seems to be okay, but... Oh, wait. It has the option here, so... Okay, so for Korean... Let's see. Okay, I don't think that's like even correct, because that's usually probably just like going with single characters at least, which might be wrong. So yeah, for Korean characters, how do I actually do it? Okay, single Latin, binary, Hangul, yeah, so that's should be it, but double byte, Hanya conversion mode. But this is not letting me, so double byte. Hold on a sec. I'm not sure if my keyboard is correct in here or I'm kind of screwing it up. But yeah, that's not optional or... Okay, I'm completely lost at this point. So nothing, so that's not going to work after all. As much as I wanted to show, maybe I'll have to do it in the future when I actually have more time. Let's not do this at this point. Kind of wasted a bit of time in here. So I assume this is just like the basically template in here for the macro virus. Now let's check the macro itself. Fine. Okay, those are all clean. So this is the Diablo macro virus. Virus macro, copyright 1998, 1999 policy. So on auto open, go to error handler 1 in case of an error. Make the startup folder. On error, go to 0, which I'm not sure if that's assuming by this place or not. And go to error handler 1 in case of something else. Once you activate cloner, which should be this method. Let me check. So this method, disable screen updating, hide display alerts. If this workbook name is personal, with the name personal, then... No, if it's not personal XLS file, then check if the location is, if it's actually installed, if the device is already, I would say, has infected the system. If it is, go to error handler 2, should be in here, so do nothing. Otherwise, infected, so put the personal XLS file on startup. Make sure to hide the sheet. Then for the hide the window, if it's already installed. So for each sheet in here, no, wait, no, not for it. For each sheet in here, if the workbook has the name Diablos, then it's installed. If it's installed, then skip. If it's not installed, then for sheets with the Diablos name, copy it to the active workbook and hide. And if today's day is basically any random value in here, then show the large buttons in here. True if large, false if not. So that's basically it. So it just infects the documents, and that's all. Along with trying to make changes. Make changes again. We'll make another worksheet in here and see if it's infected. Diablos is in here. Diablos is also in here. So that means that the virus did make the infection. So now we have to see if it's going to actually do anything. But at this point it seems that it kind of makes no difference. So we'll try to actually speed this up. We'll apply the payload to be immediately infect by disabling the condition. And that should be sufficient. Alright, that should be enough. Save vote. And is that it? Because I'm not seeing any difference. Let me check this thing again. Is this even running or? Hold on a sec, let me check the condition. On auto open, run cloner and okay, let's try like we'll try just adding this. Is that it or So this might occur in case of an existing infection already. As in this won't actually run unless it's completely random. I mean, wait. No. So let's run another one. Oh, so basically it means that whenever it tries to infect a new file, then it will actually launch the payload. So basically, it won't actually trigger the payload on an existing document that's already infected. So that means you get these very nice large icons in here. Yeah, I think they can be also tricked to shrink it also, but it's not much of a not that bad. And there's like one more trick in here. So you can also change the defect integer to unfold or slide. You can kind of see it, I think. Like one is like sliding down, one is like opening up from here to here, and one is like from here to here. Something like that. And I think that's all. So in the end, as Glitchzora has mentioned about the lockdown malware that could be like the most lockdown option in here, we'll go with something legitimate. So we'll go with Twiki for power users. So we'll try disabling literally everything in here that we can. So we'll remove desktop icons, remove file menu, taskbar, run, find command, shutdown, network neighborhood, remove right click, just remove all of the stuff in here that's possible. We can even go with more options. Hide control panel, display, and entire network, active desktop, main Windows help file, add printer folder sharing, network properties, register editing tools, start settings folder options, disable start menu, right click, disable open, command open, save as, interrupt options, modification of favorites, saving and download files, right click, Alt N, Alt F4, F3, F11, disable hardware profiles tab, disable file system, virtual memory button, remote admin, password caching, disable Amazon-based programs, disable change password, disable user profiles, disable restart in MS-DOS mode, run only allowed Windows apps. Might be kind of deadly. You go with this, apply this, apply this. This probably requires like a reboot, or even though there's some things that are infected already, right click does not work. Log up, shutdown is gone. Favorites cannot be moved. The document still okay. No options here. Oh, display is gone. You cannot open it anymore. For the system in this device manager performance, you're kind of stuck with the options in here. Oh, yeah, there's nothing in here anymore. File menu in Explorer, so no file menu. Taskbar from start menu. Not sure about this one still. From start menu in here, not sure. Okay, run, find, back, disconnect, yeah, that's all gone. For Internet Explorer, you don't have any favorites, and not much of other options. Oh, you cannot actually close Internet Explorer now. Okay, that's maybe the most awkward thing ever now. So wait, so if I try to open folders, go in here, and I cannot close it. So now this is like a hybrid Internet Explorer, Windows Explorer thing. Even though you can explore, you cannot close it. Even though you can open this one and close it just fine. So let me check. For more security options, so that's this part. So was that supposed to be like Alt F4? That might be possible. So what's Control N? So that's Control N is in the new window. F3 is no idea. Oh, it might be fine. And I don't see the ability to actually go to find something. F11 should be the full screen, I think. That's not possible. And yeah, that's pretty much in here. So for tricks, cascading control, we'll remove all other options in here. Yeah, you can force that. Disable CD-ROM and autoplay. App launch manager, we'll keep that. Create right-click menus, enable auto log on, change company information, install path. Enable explore view when double clicking. Yeah, make the thumbnails. Yeah, give my files as thumbnails so you can see them as icons. Remove click here to begin from here. Yeah, ending around desktop changes. Disable screen tips. Enable smooth scrolling in Explorer. Remove one from the long names. Show inherent icons in DLLs. No idea what's that. Disable window animation. It was DOS application. What's that? Yeah, never mind. We'll just keep it disabled. For more tricks, let's open with right-click menu, even though that's not probably possible. Right-click menu for DOS box. Detailed email logging. Disable system internal speaker. Smooth scrolling. Disk caching is disabled. Remove shortcut arrows. No shortcut to prefix. Check on folders, no. Did apply right? Or, oh, no, I didn't. We'll enable this again. Okay, keep this disabled. I didn't think that this caused like lots of trouble. Okay, so let's see. Delay seconds at starting Windows 9X. So if I tried putting it like 10 seconds, default boot option, yeah. Enable 4, 5, 6, 8 says boot keys. Enable display of boot menu and boot up. Do not run scan disk. Probably for running scan disk. Yeah, we'll try not to run it. Run the frag of boot up before app start. Disable NetBIOS name resolution. Enable display of validation server. Disable password caching. Launch Windows Make compatible extension. That's some kind of utility for making it more compatible. Yeah, nothing about that. Disable COM port power management. Enable display version of Windows native version on desktop. Usually that's displayed in here, and it's usually shown on beta versions. Enable print file tree on, yeah, enable fast reboot. Mine as well. Start safe mode, warning booting, yeah. System mode with networking, allow double booting. Start .7 in versus Windows 9X. Okay, that's for NT only part. Office for districts. Yeah, let's just enable all of this. There are many things in here to do. So for Word, Excel. PowerPoint. You know, I'm not sure if I'm going to check them out. Oh. Okay. Office disable. Actually, not disable the assistant. Large invisible, large but hidden. So if I put it like that, okay, it won't be disabled. And this is just register options. No show, yeah, just no show. And I think we're done. Oh, I cannot close this. I cannot reboot at this point, so I have to find some other way to do that, which might be in... Hold on a sec, let me check. We should have an utility for this at least. It should be maybe possible from here. Yeah, shut down, restart. Oh, so you can still restart even though you disabled it. So let's see how it's going to work when we try to reboot. So it boots up in here. Try to log in. Whoa. Registration part, yeah. And that's basically it, I think. So we still have the taskbar in here. We cannot close it. So I think we can add so many windows in here, and none of them cannot be closed. Oh, and I cannot actually do the tiling either, because I don't have the option in here. So basically you can just like open up so many windows in here, and you just cannot do anything in that case. You cannot close them, they'll be just be the trouble in here. So yeah, that's kind of most of the lockdown at this point. You cannot even open the control panel because it's missing. You can see the icons, I mean the bitmap image icons, so that's kind of nice. Even awkward maybe for a bit. But can we actually open any setting now? So that should be in here. Whoa, you cannot actually even open it. Right click doesn't work. Oh, nah. Yeah, that's gone. So let's see, if I try to just rename this to exe, is that going to work? Nope, that's not going to work. It's not actually an exe file at this point. So yeah, we're pretty much stuck. Quite stuck, I would say. You cannot actually do... You cannot do a lot of things at this point. And yeah, you cannot even close it. So yeah, so I think that's enough for today. The next time I'll probably have to consider browsing the web, at least because we'll do it with some kind of cycle. Malware streaming, then World Wide Web streaming, and then software streaming, and then maybe that's the case. Maybe I'll try to maybe I could also add playing some retro games also, if that's possible, but that can vary. At this point, I think we are quite done. Let me check if there, for the end, maybe I might still do something. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything. Wait, let me see if I can actually break this with the letter signer. So usually there was like mentioning that if you try to change the letter in here, It could actually break something. So we'll put it on Z. Yeah, let's change it. We'll change this to X. And floppy cannot be changed. Let's save this. I think that's it. Reboot, and I think that in the end we probably kind of wrecked this. Now, cannot find win.com, unable to continue loading Windows. This current drive is no longer valid. So, wait, yeah, valid drive specification. So if I try to go with Z, it's in here. And let's see if we can actually boot from here. Yeah, unable to start enhanced mode Windows due to invalid path specification for EMM386. Oh, and it shuts down. This is not, you're not supposed to see this. I really hate the immediate shutdown. I really hate. So, that in here, no edit here. Let's try to go to Windows. Go to, I think, what is it called? Is there any like command? Edit. Okay, let's see if we can still maybe somehow try to boot it, if that's even possible. So that the configuration of that should be in here in win.ini, I think. So for the EMM, I think, right? So there should be like the location of that in here somewhere, or it might be in some other place, I'm not sure. I only remember this file. Yeah, I don't think it's here. Alright, okay, which one might be the other ini file in here? Maybe system or system ini. Okay, so this is it. Actually, this might have been it, but it's not. It doesn't seem to mention any exe file in here. Okay, I'm lost. I'll have to exit and okay, restart. Try it with safe mode. So if I go with safe mode, it might be able to boot up, maybe. And it seems that it works. And you could also see the version in here. So that means that from here we can see that the file location is here set. But that means that the letter signer never actually got in. So if I try to just put it in here, let's see. So it will actually go with that file to load it with letters.ini, whichever that is. That's not in here. Let me check. Wait, let sign. So it should be in here. Letter sign, the letters in here are defined like that. So what's in the data file in here? Oh, so yeah, that's the selections, what's supposed to be swapped. And yeah, that's basically it. So basically this switches it up at that point and breaks everything. Oh, and you cannot close it. But this is not Explorer window. I mean, this is the Explorer, but Windows Explorer, not Windows Internet Explorer. So many restrictions at this point. You cannot even shut down. yeah, you cannot shut it down in here, but you can restart it and break again. So yeah, I think we are done for today. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for staying. That's all of it for now. Yeah, I'll have to say the usual stuff at the end. So yeah, that's it, and bye.